Let's start with a bit of description, who you are, what you do, what is the project.
Yeah, my name is Federico, and I'm the game director of Dawnshard. That's a unique trading card game. Basically, Dawnshard aims to help players rediscover the joy of deck building, rewarding creativity and uniqueness in playstyle. To achieve this, we invented a new mechanic, the hybrid deck building, where an algorithm generates one-of-a-kind decks, and player must strategically combine their collection to win.
Okay, and what is your position in this project?
Yeah, as I said, I'm the game director. Basically, what do I do is like make all the game design decision about the game, create the cards, the synergies, and also design the algorithm.
Okay, how about you, Andrea?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So I'm Andrea. I'm the co-founder of Dawnshard. I'm taking care more of the blockchain side of things. My journey into crypto started in 2021 after I moved to Hong Kong from Europe. And yeah, at that time I was working in a consulting firm advising mostly traditional finance companies. Back then it was crypto bull market, so we started to get a lot of crypto clients. So I transitioned to kind of like being a crypto skeptic to a believer in crypto. And this led me to change my career and join a crypto startup. So over the past few years, I've been involved with different crypto projects, both at the institutional level as well as the more degen and crypto native side. And this journey really ended with the founding together with my brother of Dawnshard, which is kind of like a mix between our backgrounds. My brother's background is mostly in gaming projects, traditional gaming, while, as I said, mine is more on the blockchain side of things. So we try to mix these two expertise that we have to create Dawnshard.
Okay, Federico, would you mind telling me a bit like why you decided to launch this project?
Sure. Basically, innovating in the gameplay of trading card game was very, very challenging, but I need to say that among all other genres of multiplayer games, maybe card games might be the easiest to break into. And well, I've been a card game player since like 2010, and we actually excel at creating them. We already made some strategy games. The idea behind the Dawnshard came to me during a tournament for a well-known TCG back in the good old days, and I noticed that most matches were decided before they even began, because the choices before the match were actually more important than the match itself, because the player choose a deck, and then you have to basically see the matchup, and it's like rock paper scissors. I mean, and this didn't sit well on me, so it lacked the feeling of being able to adapt and strategize during the match. So this realization led me to the idea of creating a unique decks in the game, ensuring that no one could simply copy another one deck, and create a game with without a static meta game. So it's very dynamic and unique each match.
Okay, thanks. Andrea, on your side, since you're not from this world, I would say professionally, what made you want to join this project?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So I feel like in my past years in crypto, I've always looked for I would say real and impactful use cases of blockchain technology in the everyday life. And I think gaming is definitely an industry where blockchain technology can really make the difference. So I don't know if you remember, like in the last cycle, the market was really flooded with P2E games, right? Now you cannot even say that term anymore because it's almost offensive. And I feel like back then, most of these games were just using crypto and NFTs as a gimmicky way to attract users. But at the end of the day, the game per se was not fun to play at all. And as you can see today, like people forgot about most of the P2E games from the previous cycle. Almost all of them are gone. So when I was talking to my brother back then, I was like, our vision was really to create a game that is built by players for players. So it needs to be as engaging and as accessible as any top tier Web2 game. There needs to be no barriers for users to jump in and start playing. The blockchain technology and crypto, which is like kind of the expertise, the area of expertise that I can bring, I see them more as a way to enhance the experience, offering the players ownership of in-game assets, ways to take part in the decision making and in the future development of the game. But of course, it's the gameplay that is at the center, right? So to answer your question, I guess for me was a way to show that blockchain, crypto, and NFTs can be a way to enhance the product, but in a meaningful way, but they are not the product per se. So Dawnshard is really a game built for players by players with some additional tools that can help everyone engaging with Dawnshard, having a more fun experience.
Okay, thanks. Federico, what is your long-term vision for Dawnshard?
Well, our long-term vision is to establish Dawnshard as a new way to compete in a trading card game, because we invested much effort in designing and also on technology, because we built a procedural generation algorithm that creates unique in the world decks, and we hope players will appreciate it. And we truly aim to build a competitive ecosystem that supports both us, the developers, and the players in a way that we can reward the most skilled player and empower the community by giving them a real voice in the development and the direction of Dawnshard. In terms of like general vision on the blockchain games, I think that they are truly the natural evolution of free-to-play games, and there will soon be a significant shift in the industry towards these type of games, because it's a cycle. A similar transition occurred also with the advent of free-to-play games back like 20 years ago. So I think that's the direction we are pointing to.
Okay, thanks. And still for you, Federico, the gamification part was the game part, the tech game part was at the center of the project. What makes it really unique compared to the other games that you can find online?
Well, actually, I say that our procedural generation algorithm, which is an AI that when you open a card pack, generates a truly unique deck for you, which no one in the world has a copy of that deck, was pretty challenging to design, because we need to take into account some variables like balancing fun and maybe not to create overpowered deck so the player can exploit this fact. And I think that we really managed to create something new with this AI algorithm that will basically empower the player both to have like unique strategies and unique assets, but also in the like in the economy aspect of the game of the game, because we think that having a single unique asset gives you like you are the only provider of that asset in the world. So I think that could also generate some interesting economy like subset of skills.
Okay, thanks. to finish on your side, Andre, on this specific topic of the economy of the game, maybe you can explain a bit how the reflection went between you two guys and the rest of the team to come up with this good structure that you have.
Sure. Thanks for the question. So I feel like this kind of like goes back to what I said before of having our vision focused on the game. So when we talk about, for example, tokenomics, game economy, and revenue model, we focused on the game first. Dawnshard is free to play, right? Accessible to everyone. However, we have a battle pass, which allows for users to unlock, for example, competitive tournaments, skins, or additional game modes. So this is going to be a quarterly or monthly battle pass, basically a subscription based. And then and this is like one of the main source of revenues for Dawnshard. Then we will also provide AI generated card sets that will be available for purchase on the Dawnshard marketplace for users or players that want to have access to certain card sets without playing. This is how our revenue model works on the Web2 side. And although it's separate, the token and the tokenomics are separate from the gameplay per se, because we don't want the price action of the token to impact meaningfully the game experience. However, we designed a way to link these two together in a positive way, which is, and also to give back to the community, of course. So all the revenues, most of the revenues that are generated by the purchases of these battle pass or the card sets will be used to buy our shard tokens when they're launched at the current market price, and then these shard tokens will be burned. So we will have a constant organic buy pressure on the token after it's launched. And we believe that this approach is really a way for us to give back to the community, while at the same time ensuring that the game is playable by everyone without any speculation, right? So we want the game to be fun, we want the game to be playable and accessible, and at the same time, and this is guaranteed by the structure that we have designed, and the token will be there for users to help us make decisions on the future direction of the game. And then this portion of the fees that we will be using to purchase and burn the tokens will hopefully have a positive impact on the community as well. So this is like how we thought about the revenue model.
Perfect. Thanks. Anything else you want to add? Either you, Andre, or you, Federico? Another topic you wanna highlight?
I think for me, it's kind of like something that I mentioned before, but I really think that this cycle in crypto is the one where we will be seeing real world applications. Right now, crypto, compared to a few years ago, is not seen as something special anymore. I feel like before, you could just say like crypto, Web3, NFTs, like some of these keywords, and you would get people hyped. And the understanding was very superficial. Now, in general, I think the understanding of this kind of assets is deeper, and this is a very important effect, because you need to create products that have a market, that are fit for the market. So GameFi is one of those industries where we will see its transition from just, I would say, gimmicky and speculation kind of products to actually products that work and have a real use case, and where these kind of assets will be a upgrade compared to what we've seen in traditional Web2 companies or projects.